Hey, how's it going? Long time no see, except for yesterday, I guess. Yes, we have a speed build today, and this speed build is a little bit of a different, interesting one. This speed build reminds me of, sorry, my voice still sounds a little bit strange. I'm still recovering from my cold. I'm still a little bit, like I feel good. I'm just like froggy. I'm froggy mama today. But yeah, this speed build is reminiscent of a build that I would have made way back, maybe in like 2015 or 16. And that's because, and it's just purely because of all of the weird windows. Now, this speed build is a imagining of a photo that I saw. I'm sure it's AI generated. Yeah, it's definitely an odd one. But it's, I was looking on my phone, and I have a Google phone. And so if you have a Google phone, you'll know that there is this thing called the Discover page. And it's just like this little extra tab on your home screen. When you like tab to the left, or scroll to the left, it'll have all these articles and little things like that. And there was just like some really strange, I don't even know what it was for. It was probably just some like styling app. I don't know. And it had nothing to do with the picture necessarily, but the picture was this really pretty, most likely AI generated, quote unquote art that I don't agree that AI rendering is art, but I mean that's a whole nother topic for another day. But yeah, so it just was this really pretty thing with this fireplace, all these candles and plants and windows. It was like this really neat looking room, I guess, with this girl that I don't know, it just looked very peaceful and very cozy, and I was like, oh my god, I got inspiration. So I screenshotted it and I made an entire build around it. It's the weirdest thing. I've never gotten inspiration from something like that before, but I just had to build this thing. So yeah, I mean So it's very weird. It's very weird. All these windows and stuff like that. It's not practical, especially in this kind of weather. But it's The Sims, so no one really cares. And we're just going to pretend like this is the most insulated, cozy place ever. And I don't know, as I was building this, I was kind of thinking like, okay, maybe this is some kind of an old building that has been restored or something, I don't know, into something else. Yeah, I don't know. But I love it. I love the way it turned out. It's really cozy. I one time back in the day when I was still doing like Tumblr stuff, like a Sims Tumblr, I made, like I used to make stories and stuff like that. Shout out if you ever subscribed to me or followed me there. Anyway, that's a long shot, but I made a house for my original Sims family that I had as my main storyboard. I made them a house built off of this strange house that I had a dream about. So this kind of reminds me of that. It's and like how sort of shabby chic it is. I don't know how else to say it besides that, but like, yeah, that's what I'm reminded of. It's just, I don't know, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those but yeah, it's up my alley. I don't know how else to say it. It's just one of those things where I saw it and I wanted to make it, and then as it came along, I was like, oh, the only thing I didn't allot for at first was a bathroom, and then I was thinking, well, there's no really good way to do this. I don't know. So I was just like, maybe I'll make an outhouse. Then I thought, like, in all of this snow, I know I personally would not want to be going out in my nightgown, having to put on a coat and some wiggity woo boots of some kind just to go pee in the middle of the night, because I have to pee in the middle of the night. So I was just like, let's just add on. Maybe this building was something else, and they converted it into this living space because it with all the windows, it kind of looks like some kind of an aviary or like an old greenhouse. I don't even know what this would have been. It's just for our interpretation, I guess. But it's Sims World, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I kind of thought like that. I need to put some kind of a bathroom, but I need to kind of sneak it and hide it in. So you'll see in a bit where I'm putting the bathroom. And now I like that this is all just kind of open. I really like using the table as that dining room table as kind of like extra workspace, because it's kind of like what you do in real life, especially if you have like a smaller space. Even though this place isn't really small, it's just kind of like a little nook, I don't know. But I mean, yeah, I think this is really cozy. I would live here. If I was a single person and I was living my cottage core dream, I would totally live here, especially with all the snow. Yeah, but it's an interesting thing. I never have been inspired by AI before. And the reason I say that it's AI is because it looks like a painting, but it also, I can see, like, especially on the windows, if you look at the little details, it's kind of like that thing where it doesn't completely fill in everything, It's an interesting time we're living in now. Oh yeah, so over here by these windows, I originally put in these book cases, and the bookcases will stay there, but I actually took out one of those windows by the fireplace, and that's where I put the door for the bathroom. I mean, I don't know where I was going to put it. Also, the roof line on this is really interesting too, because we have the main building, which is just kind of a rectangle, and then we have a little area where we have this little entryway, and then we also have the back where you have the bathroom. So it was kind of hard to put on a roof onto this, believe it or not, but it kind of worked. I made it work. I kind of cut out a lot of the me fiddling around with it, but it does work out well. But in the original AI reference, and I made it this way in my build, but the roof is, as you can probably kind of see, it is like a glass roof. And then there's all of these really pretty, it looks like lavender, like dried lavender around. It's really pretty. I will put up a reference photo if I haven't already. You probably have already seen it, but it's gorgeous. And I'm just like, oh, I love that. It's like a fantasy of mine. Oh gosh. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm having a good time. I feel like getting in the holiday spirit. So yeah, this week is technically the week before Christmas, I think, that you're seeing this. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm pre-recording. Oh, here's the bathroom. See where I'm putting that in? Yeah. So basically what we're planning to do is that we got our tree already. We went this past weekend to get our Christmas tree, and it's chilling out in its water. And it's in our house, chilling and drinking up all the water that we're giving it. But we haven't decorated her yet because I think the week before Christmas, my husband is off of work completely as of this. It's Monday now that I'm recording this. As of Friday, that's his last day before his holiday break. So I think we're going to be kind of like having Christmas all week leading up to Christmas. So I believe Christmas is on a Monday this year, Sunday or Monday. To look at my calendar. Anyway, and after up until New Year. So we're kind of like doing like 2 weeks of Christmas. I just feel like that's going to be so exciting. I've been anticipating it so much more. And I don't know. It just feels like to me that before I'd been so excited for Christmas and I kind of overdid it a little bit ahead of time and kind of was burnt out by the time Christmas came around. I talked about that in another video. But yeah, like it just feels like we can't do it yet. So it's like that anticipatory. It's kind of like how Friday is always the best day and like the weekends are good, but like, then you have Sunday and that's kind of like, I have to go back to whatever I was doing. So yeah, I mean, it just kind of feels like that. And then maybe that kind of helps me feel like a little bit more excited again for the holidays. On top of having a little one and seeing all of this through her eyes for the first time. She's 3 now, so she's really like starting to be aware of all of this stuff finally, and kind of like understanding what Santa is all about and what we're doing, and seeing all the Christmas lights and understanding, more. And it's just so fun and so exciting. So it's been great. I'm loving this time of the year. And I hope you guys are too. Drop me a comment. Are you having a good time? Are you feeling good? Mommy got sick, and then little one got sick as well. She got the same thing I did, this little cold, and she's only gotten sick a few times in her life. She's pretty healthy, so it's not been fun. But she had one night where she had a fever, and it was just kind of like a little nerve-wracking, but she got through it and she's feeling good. So hopefully, cross our fingers, we're done with sickness before Christmas comes. Yeah. I didn't think I would be using so much of the horse ranch pack, but I am. I've been using that like crazy. I guess it's just up my alley. I don't know. You never know. When horse ranch pack, I can't ever say it. When horse ranch pack first came out or was announced, I was like, oh, great. Ooh, horse ranch. Well, somebody will be happy. I mean, I like horses and stuff, and I like ranches and stuff, but I just kind of thought like, meh. But, and I actually think the horses are really cool, honestly. I'm not a big horse person, but I think they're cool. I think they look neat. But they really do play well in this game. I'm surprised. All of the furniture and all the build pieces and stuff are cool, and they are so nice. And I use them all the time. It's just... wow, I guess it's just maybe my aesthetic, and I didn't realize it, and I wasn't really paying that much attention. I don't know. I like the lushness of this place, even though it's got all these windows. It's got all the plants around, and it's just nice. It's aesthetic. It's of our era, So yeah, I was just kind of like, I'll keep this minimal. I won't do a lot when it comes to the kitchen. And then I was thinking, no, why not? So I ended up putting all of these shelves, as you can see, all of these shelves, and I'm filling them up soon. Most of it was done with the 9-key tool mod, and it was a labor of love because that kind of sucks. But yeah, it's great, and I feel like it fits really well, and it's pretty accurate to what people would do when it comes to a place like this where you don't have like a lot of storage. Everything is very open. You would have to like be able to install shelving. I mean, there is quite a bit of cabinetry and space under the counters, but I want it to reflect, whoever's living here. And the sim that is living here is actually the original sim that's on this lot. This lot is, gosh, I don't remember. I don't remember exactly. It's the one we're in Hinford on Bagley, and it is the one that's right underneath the one where I built Santa's star house. So yeah, it's pretty up there. It's pretty remote. It's one of the smaller lots. It's the one that has the pond. I took out the original pond actually, which you'll see later, and I put in another pond just to make it a little bit smaller and a little bit more where I wanted it to be. But it is that sim. I think her name is like Grace or something. I'm terrible. Oh, right here. Just look at your screen, Mama Simsy. 4 Old Mill Lane. You guys are probably like screaming at your screen, tossing your phone. Yes, I know. Terrible. Yes, so anyway, we're adding more shoes under the bureau. Oh my god, never been done before. You never do this in a build, Mama Simsy. Oh my god. Yeah, but I really like it because I like now that it's actually functional with the new update, that you can actually click on it, choose to like have shoes removed or have slippers. I like that a lot. Yep, just adding a few touches here. I never get to use these irons aprons, but I really love them. I love that that was added into the base game. I think it's such a great touch, and I never get to use it because when I'm building stuff, I always forget about it. And then I'm like, oh, but then I don't have any room for it. So sneaking it in that little corner, I think that's pretty like realistic. I think that's kind of where you'd have something like that. I don't know. And I'm excited. I feel like I'm going to have a really neat little project for Christmas that you guys hopefully will like too. I'm not going to tell you about it just yet. I want it to be kind of a surprise, but that's going to be like all next week. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's something that's fun to watch. I've been doing a lot of research about it. Not a lot, just basically watching YouTube. YouTube videos about it, but I mean, I can't really travel the way I want to. I can't go abroad to all of these different European countries right now. So, or maybe not even right now, maybe never. I don't know. But at least not right now with what's going on in my life where I have a 3-year-old. Yeah, and 3 cats and a husband. So, yeah. Look forward to that. It is Christmas themed and I'm very excited about it. Oh my gosh, so this fireplace, I love it. It doesn't really exactly match the reference AI thing that I have, but it's so close. And just putting all these little like dried flowers and plants and stuff around here, I was just like, oh, now it's really coming together, because I was like, oh, it's not really like the vision that I had in my head or what the AI thing was like originally sort of like. But once I started putting everything in, I was like, okay, this is going better than I thought. I did play test this and none of that stuff catches on fire. I was like, with everything being so close, yeah, oh gosh. And she does use the stool, as you'll see, as you probably saw in the beginning. So yeah, I mean, it's very cute. I'm liking this a lot. What else can I say? We will do a tour at the end, so if you miss something like the bathroom or whatever, don't worry about it. We'll get a full view of that. And we're headed out to the outside. So again, this little breezeway wasn't originally like in my mind to do, but I just thought like it would be nice to have some kind of shelter, between going inside, just to kind of keep it warmer. From just all of the elements right at your door. Yeah, so I'm gonna put these little windows from Jungle Adventure. That's what it is. I never use those, but they work out so well. Like for things like that, I just never think to use, but they work out really well. Yeah, I wanted to do very minimalist landscaping because of course it's a lot of snow, but then when it is like spring and summer, I did put a few little flowery bits, like some vines and stuff like that, because we are out in the middle of the woods, but maybe there are a few little flowers. And yeah, this fence, I decided, so I really thought in my head when I was like planning this out, I was like, we're going to use that horse ranch railing and that fence and everything. It's going to look great. And then when I did it, I was like, this is not the vibe. So I went with this. I didn't even realize this was a thing. I don't think I've ever used this. But it's like perfect. It looks like a little homemade wooden fence. I don't know. And nothing really would go, no gate would really go with that. So I just picked that one as well. It's fine, One thing is I wanted to really make this pond look very natural and put all this stuff around it. And I started building into it and started putting all this grass. And then I realized I have to put all this down with the tool mod. So you'll see me soon, like starting to put stuff like grass around it. And then it kind of cuts because, and then it's kind of finished because it took me a long time to place all of that. So I hope you can appreciate that. If you ever built anything like that, you'll know. Yeah, here we go. First couple ones went okay, and then it was like, oh no. And we cut away and it's all done. Movie magic. But I do believe we are coming up to the end here, so stay tuned for the tour. All right, so we are doing the tour. So as you can see, let's zoom out a little bit here. Zoom out. Yeah, this is the very strange fever dream of a build that I did. So let's take a look inside. So here's the front. I put this little orange blossom tree thing out, and a mailbox, obviously, and a bench. The orange blossom thing, I just thought it would be nice to have a little something that was a little bit fresh. In just inside. I don't know how accurate it would be, but I have seen people online having little citrus bushes and things like that, like in a planter somewhere, even though it's really cold outside, but like somewhere kind of in a covered place. So I kind of wanted to mimic that. Heading on inside. Here's the reading. We have this lovely full open room here. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I guess I'll fix them, but I guess those rails for the curtains somehow got rearranged when I saved it. But this is just like the AI picture. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. It's really interesting. And as you can see, I didn't mention it when I was showing you the build, but I did change the window colors, at least the bottom ones, to the brown. I just thought it fit better. In the reference photo, they were black, but here it is better that they're just brown. I think it fits better with the aesthetic. There's the kitchen slash dining area. I had to put the teapot on the table for obvious reasons. Originally, I had it on this stool because it was aesthetic. Then I put it over on this table, but that did not work out. Who is out there? Some child in the backyard. The bed area. Oop, nope. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and take you into the bathroom as well. And here is the bathroom. Let's zoom out a little bit. Very, very tiny and cozy with the windows to kind of give you some light. But yeah, I mean, that is it. Really and truly, I just wanted this little build to be, I don't know, just something kind of sweet. Somebody was making a snowman. I bet it was that child. I sound like the Hocus Pocus sisters, the child. But yeah. Oh, there's a bunny. Oh, let's get him. These bunnies are vicious. I think on one of the updates that we had not too long ago, like before this one, I had a glitch where like the bunnies were like killing people on my lot. I don't think it was because of a mod. It was, oh no, here's a fox. He disappeared. But yeah, it was really something. But yeah, that was a really short tour because it's really short. It's just all one big room. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really interesting thing, and trying to come up with a whole house or a whole dwelling with just one little peak of an AI generated simulated art. It was a fun experience. I don't know if I said, but this lot is 30 by 20. And I have also, I'm trying to put on so you can see the tree. There we go. I also put on the homey trait on this lot and the chef's kitchen. So you can kind of, get your skills built up. This is not a tiny home, unfortunately. It was just slightly too big for that, especially with the bathroom add-on. But if you wanted to if you do want to download this, it will be on the gallery, and you can actually kind of fuss around with it if you want to make that a tiny home, and maybe make the outhouse that I was talking about, that I originally had thought about. If you want your Sims to freeze their patootie off when they go tinkles in the middle of the night. But thank you so much for joining me today. This was just a fun little one-off thing. I'm not sure how many of these we'll be doing, but it was fun. It was kind of creative, and I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, this is available on the gallery for download. Oh, he's coming at us. Look at that bunny. There he goes. So cute. I love Hinford on Bagley. But yeah, that's it for the video today. Stay tuned next week. We will have some really interesting, really interesting, fun, a series coming up. It's a small mini series, Christmas themed series. So look forward to that. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Make good choices. And I'll see you next time. Bye.